Hello there. Thank you for taking a moment to watch this video, and on this specific training I want to talk to you about the PhoneBurner integration with Zoho. And more specifically, I want to talk to you about calling contacts or records from any module that may or may not have multiple phone numbers. You see, with the standard modules like the Contacts and Leads module, there are certain fields that are part of those modules that are designed for you to store phone number data. Like what you're seeing on the screen here, I've got my contact record pulled up, and I have a phone number in the home phone field. That home phone field is a standard field out of the box in Zoho, just like mobile, other phone, and phone. So these 4 phone number fields are designed for you to store phone number data. But Zoho also gives you the ability to create additional custom fields and configure those as phone number fields. And PhoneBurner by default is not going to know when you create a custom field if that field needs to be treated as a phone number or not when you launch a dial session. And to illustrate that, I've created 2 custom fields on my contacts module that are phone number fields. One of those is the direct phone, and one of those is called direct line. And I've created these 2 very specifically to show you how PhoneBurner deals with custom fields that you want treated as phone numbers. So let's go ahead and add some phone numbers to these fields. All right, I've now updated this record. I have phone numbers on the home phone field, the direct phone field, and the direct line field. All of which are phone numbers as far as I'm concerned. But when I go to launch a dial session to this contact, what will PhoneBurner do with this data? All right, so we're in a dial session, and let's take a moment and look at the phone number fields that came over from Zoho into PhoneBurner. You'll see that we have the primary phone field that came up first. Then we've got the home phone field, and we've got the direct phone field. But you'll notice that the direct line field did not get treated as a phone number field in PhoneBurner. Let me show you why and how you can potentially fix this, so that if you actually did want to call the phone number that's in that direct line field when making calls using PhoneBurner. Now, in order to do this, we will need to make some adjustments to how we store data in Zoho, so you'll want to be careful on making any of these changes that we discuss. So over on the left-hand side, I'm going to click on the little setup gear, and I'm going to go to the setup settings in Zoho. Once there, I'm going to scroll down to the data or developer section, and I'm going to go to APIs and SDKs. From here, I'm going to click on API names, and on API names, I'm going to go to contacts. And I'm going to use the search option here to identify the fields that I want to take a look at. So the 2 fields that I want to compare are the direct line versus direct phone. What I want to point out is the API name. This is the field name that PhoneBurner cares about when a dial session starts. If it is a custom field, meaning it's not one of the standard fields out of the box, then what we're looking for is anything underscore phone. So if you got anything underscore phone, PhoneBurner is going to interpret that as a phone number field and add it as a dialable number up here. So that's why direct phone was added, but direct line was not. In order for me to fix this, I've got a couple different things I can do. One, if I want to leave that field alone, I can create a new field and create a workflow that will copy whatever's in the direct line field over to the new field that I've created. That way I don't break any automations or forms or anything that may be relying on this direct line field. And the second option is to just edit this field. So if I edit the API name and I change that from direct line to direct phone 2, meaning now I've got direct underscore phone underscore 2, matching this other one, direct underscore phone. And it doesn't have to be direct. It just needs to be something underscore phone, and our system will recognize that as a phone number field. So let me show you how that changes things. Let's go ahead and open up this record again. I'm going to end this dial session. And here you'll see the actual label here is still direct line, but the API name is direct_phone_2. So I can keep my labels the same if I want when I change those API names. Now I'm going to go and launch my dial session. Now that we're connected, we hit start dialing, and you'll see that now we have all 4 phone numbers added to the dial session. I've got the primary phone field, I've got the home phone field, and then I've got direct_phone and direct_phone_2, which, as you know at this point, is my direct line field. And that's it. That's how easy it is for you to ensure that all of the phone numbers that are related to those contacts get added as callable numbers in a PhoneBurner dial session. You just need to make sure that the API name for those fields is something_phone. And there's no limit to the number of phone number fields you can have in Zoho that get added as dialable numbers in PhoneBurner. It really just comes down to making sure that it's something_phone so that our system will interpret that as a phone number field. Anyway, thanks for taking a moment to watch this video. I hope this helps you and your organization get more out of the PhoneBurner integration with Zoho. Thanks again, and happy dialing.